Yo, Rex.
Yo, Rex here. What's up?
Trying to get to the Fuse Apartments.
Got it. Searching for Fuse Apartments again. That's the Fuse at Park Row on Park Row Boulevard in Houston, 9.5 miles away. Want me to set navigation?
Yeah, man, go ahead and do that.
Navigating to the Fuse at Park Row Apartments on Park Row Boulevard in Houston, 9.5 miles away. Turn by turn, starting now.
Can you start the self-driving for me?
Self-driving engaged for the route to the Fuse at Park Row. We're good to go, about 13 miles and 21 minutes away.
It was worth a shot. All right, so we are currently, what is it? December 15th, 2025. The Model X has received its update regarding the holiday update. So we're on version 14.2.1.25. I don't know what these numbers mean or why, but we are set to, oh man, we cleaned that and we still get the wiper every now and then, so it's kind of ridiculous in that respect. But either way, the wife probably does need to wash this thing. She doesn't get to the car wash nearly as much as I do, so maybe we'll do her a favor while we're out. But right now we're headed to Ma. Ma needs to go to an appointment. She needs to get there by 11. And at the moment, we live in an area where the connectivity comes in and out. So we have to use Rex as much as we can, especially in the city. But once we get out here, due to limited connectivity, Rex may come in and out. So this is my first time getting in here, utilizing Grok for navigation purposes. That is really, really nice. Instead of having to type it in, now you can really use Rex to back and forth, right? So if I were to say a location, he's going to clarify where that location is, right? There could be many of a Fuse Apartments from here to, I don't know, Galveston, and he's going to probably pick which one that is most likely based on my history or whatever. I don't know. It's kind of it's incredible what's going on here. So the Model X now has the latest update for the holiday, so we're gonna go ahead and give me something like this. Ho ho ho. Get a little Santa mode engaged. So the Model X and the Model 3, very different when it comes to setups, right? We've got our camera set on to the visualization, which is right in front of us, right in front of the wheel there. We've got this over here. Yosh likes, I guess she's fallen in love with the world view here, whereas me, I would probably prefer this view, but you know, it is what it is. We'll stick with the world view there. I don't know, it is more spacious in here. There is I mean, my camera's set up. I probably should have got the longer, what image is it? The longer cord there, so I could, you know, have it lower and facing up. We get this magnificent front viewing port here. Feels like you're in the Millennium Falcon or something like that, and you just with our AI student driver, which is slowly and surely becoming less of a student and more of a just professional driver. The Model X, it's been a while since I've been in here, but the FSD feels a lot more, you know, it's early, but from the few turns that I've taken it, it felt like it was always calculating from a prior condition of, is this the Model 3 or Model Y? like it would be kind of jerky. But we're early, so there's plenty of turns to be had on our trip to, you know, picking up Mom. But I just wanted to get my first experience with .1.25 and the holiday update. So we've used our assistant Rex to navigate us to where we needed to be. We've got Santa mode engaged. There should be some visualizations here that are mildly different. We'll take a look at that when we get back to the cribbo and chop the film. But as far as I can tell, the driving behavior of the Model X, which is going to be subtly different. Same with the Cybertruck, same with the S, the 3 and Y. They all have different dimensions, and so they all probably react differently in certain, you know, turning radius situations and capabilities of what that vehicle can and cannot do. So we're right now, so far, these couple of turns that I've made in the Model X, like, I don't think I've been in this thing since we actually went to the Robotaxi to test the Robotaxi. That was the last time. So I mean, what was that, a month? September? Sometime in September maybe? Anyway, and but being in here, the vehicle feels better, right? So if you're in a luxury vehicle, one of the drawbacks was the Model 3 and the Model Y, they just had better FSD. This seems to be a thing of the past, as our AI student driver has figured out how to handle these big bodies. That bodes well in my interpretation of what is possible when you're talking about the semi. And that'll be a really wonderful thing when these semis are going to be able to operate autonomously and know what to do in these various situations where our professional truck drivers can have the burden lifted off of them. Not exactly sure if I want 18-wheelers with full payloads and there be no human to guide it, but even when there's a supervisor, and this is what I kind of noticed when I was on a long 1 hour and 10-minute drive out to Galveston from the Houston area, right? So where were we? Probably in somewhere like Sugarland, or I don't know, somewhere in that particular area, and then driving 1 hour and 10 minutes out to Galveston. Your boy was dozing, and I was just supervising, right? It was kind of boring on that long straightaway on 45 going to Galveston. So I imagine our truck drivers, even though the burden was so lifted off of me that I knew my car had it, and it was going through various different things like construction. The people with me, they weren't speaking English, so their tones were lulling me to sleep along with the road. And you know, I was nodding, but our AI student driver, the monitoring system, it picked up on that, woke my ass clean up, right? So you know, it's maybe not as professional, but I'm not the professional driver. This thing is, and it got us to our destination without a hitch in that giddy up, and they're aware of that. Like, I wasn't doing anything. Hell, I was, if anything, I was posing more of a risk because I was in control. But if I was driving, it would have been a very, I would say, worse situation, because I would have still been bored out of my mind and being lulled to sleep by the road, yet I would have been in control of the vehicle. It could have been disastrous, distracted, tired. I wasn't inebriated, but these are the three things that make humans ridiculous behind the wheel: when you're tired, when you're distracted, and when you're inebriated. I don't know where this water is coming from. The sky is quite blue, but either way, no big deal. And yeah, so that was, you know, I'll post that too. Like, it wasn't crazy, but my passengers did notice that the attention monitoring system went off, and I might have been looking out of the window too long or sleep. They're no fools. I was probably this close to slumberland. Either way, no big deal. Nobody's worse for the wear because our AI student driver was in control. Knocked it out the park. We are dangerously close to unsupervised Tesla self-driving, and we're already seeing it. The drivers are being pulled out of Austin. It won't be long now before the drivers are pulled. Not drivers, the people in the vehicle, right? Because they're not driving. Obviously, the car is doing all the driving. So I'm going to say the supervisors are pulled. So it won't be long before the supervisors in the Bay Area are pulled. They're just, miles are just racking up now, especially as the software has become much, much more capable than it was, say, 2.5, 3 years ago, or even, obviously beyond. But this is phenomenal. Everything about the Model X right now, there is no doubt my next vehicle will probably be a Cybertruck, because my one hang up was that I knew that Cybertruck FSD was subpar from the Model 3 and the Model Y. And I like the Model 3 over the Model Y, that's why I didn't wait to get the Cyber Y, so to speak. But yeah, the Cybertruck, unless I'm able to purchase Cybercabs before 2027, I'm definitely going to get me a Cybertruck. And if Cybercabs are available for purchase, I have no problem being a fleet manager for not only the Cybertruck, but as well as maybe a couple of Cybercabs. Part of me thinks that I don't even want to get rid of the Model 3. All right, so the Model X, these vehicles, they may be older, but this is an asset now that is driving itself with incredible precision. So what we're looking at now is particularly a appreciating asset. Part of me wanted to go into it. We did the Grok navigation, the Photobooth. I don't know. Do I really want to need that? Dog mode activity, dash cam viewer update. So we're gonna definitely make a clip here and take a look at the dash cam viewer, see if we can get that stuff from the phone, and see if there's any clips worth clipping. So I'll do that. We'll see. This random. We brought this Ford House of Pies. We got vehicles here. If there's anything crazy, we'll clip it and then take a look at what the dash cam viewer update looks like. We did the Santa mode. We'll do some light show stuff. We got Christmas party going on, so all the people that end up coming to the house will typically take the cars out and do a combined light show with them. And, just some Tesla fun. Everybody likes to see light shows. It's awesome. We get to try the new song. The navigation improvements. I saw that in the beginning, right, where you could actually just slide over to what your homework and even a favorites was there. So that's wonderful in itself. Just love the upgrades. Very user interface intuitive. I love, we just got the iPhone update. My wife's like, why? What is this and why? When it comes to a Tesla, there might be a little bit of a learning curve, but ultimately these things will make sense, and feel more intuitive. As the iPhone, I'm experiencing some things that I just was like, why would you change that? Why would you make this more complicated? And maybe I'm just getting old, and maybe this was how it was meant to be, but it felt simpler to do things like with your messages, with your photos. And now it feels unnecessary convoluted, but that's a different topic for a different subject. The automatic HOV lanes routing. I don't know, we can take a look and let's see what we got down here with the navigation. There's a lot of blue dots here now. So this thing has avoid tolls off, avoid ferries off, avoid highways off, so that's what we're on. There is no HOV thing there. That's interesting in itself. So, automatic navigation, use HOV lanes, which is new. Hey, it's staring me in the face. If it was a snake, it'd have bit me. So, auto, oh man. When set to auto, your route automatically takes the carpool lane for high occupancy vehicles, if the time, location, number of passengers. Does it automatically know my number of passengers? By continuing You allow cabin camera above view mirror to detect the number. God, that is amazing. Yes. Auto. Allow express lanes. Yes. All right, so it's asked me to pay attention to the road. But that is amazing. Again, something very intuitive. It's a little bit of change to what we had previously, but I believe it will make it better. It is now, tolls may vary based on occupancy and tags, e.g. Fast Track, Easy Pass, Sun Pass. So we don't really have to worry about the tolls here. Me and the wife particularly. So we can take the HOV lane. So now the cabin camera, which pretty soon is going to have very little use, can do photo booths, and now it determines whether or not you can actually be in the HOV lane. Again, we're experiencing a situation where autonomy is going to negate a lot of these signs. HOV signs are going to be ridiculous if we got cabin cameras determining if you can and cannot be over there, right? So, it's just one small example as this beautiful Model 3. I love the way this thing is either painted or wrapped. Absolutely gorgeous, very unique. I'm about that life, but I like Stygian. I don't feel like changing his name. Stygian 2.0. If we ever get another Model 3 of this caliber, we're gonna call it 3PO. But that's the goal, right? To have a Tesla 3PO, this thing is beautiful, two-tone. Yeah, we're gonna get a clip of that, and we're gonna make sure. Look at this, express skins. It's beautiful. We're gonna make sure we get ahead of it a little bit and get this clip. Yeah, we exit 751. Let's get out of here for a second. We're gonna arrive there at 9:38. We're really early. Mom knows that I'm the early bird that catches that worm, making sure she needs to get to where she's going to be. We'll ask Grok to navigate to the next location, make sure we get there at a particular time, and that's we're about to experience an explosion in transportation, mainly because transportation is going to become significantly cheaper and a lot more accessible. What does that mean? There will be many, many more Teslas on the road, whether they're being operated by the fleet from Tesla or they're being operated by fleet managers, i.e. if I keep the Model 3, a Cybertruck, and 2 Cybercabs, I'll be a little mini fleet manager, doing whatever I got to do to make sure the citizens of Houston getting from point A to point B, and not only so we are experiencing a little bit of confusion here. Part of this, I hear the sirens in the back, but that did report bug. We show it all here. Like, there was a little bit of confusion on whether I wanted to be in this lane or that lane. Mild discomfort, but nothing too crazy. Nothing regarding me to have to take over. I give it a little bit of leeway as we're approaching Highway 6. And, we show the good, we show the bad. There's a little bit of, confusion on proper lane selection. And partly, it might have wanted to get over there because there were less vehicles in that right-hand lane. And considering we're going to make a right-hand turn after getting onto Highway 6, it might have been more efficient to stay in the lane to the right. But we're here now, and I'm not too terribly concerned. I know the vehicle's going to do what it's supposed to do as we climb onto Highway 6, but this is where we're at. And I'm gonna see if Grok can get us to the back of. It's a tough ask to see if we can get back to the back of an apartment complex. So it's a bit rough. So, all right, we got a car to our right, a truck to our right that is, I can't believe sometimes. I guess he was turning right. No big deal. If you're not driving, you probably shouldn't be experiencing any kind of angst or anxiety. And maybe 3 years ago, I'd have been more concerned with the outside forces forcing our vehicle to do something crazy. But now, the problem solving here if I was in the back seat, I truly wouldn't care. Maybe that wobble decision on which lane would have perked up my spidey sense. Other than that, I would have fell right back into comfort, scrolling, doing whatever we got. So HOV is good. We got the supercharger site map. I don't think we need to go to the supercharger, but we will check that out. And then we have the phone left on wireless charger. Your vehicle will chime a few seconds after the doors close if a phone is left. So maybe some interesting things that we just don't really think about. Save charge limit by location. Wow, that's pretty dope too. Like you can be like, this is where I want to be at this particular charger at all times. That's cool. And then we got the SpaceX docking simulator. You know, as a gamer, you can always love some of that. And then we got 14.2.1.25. Beautiful. And everything else is pretty much the same from there. The Model X doesn't like my phone case. It doesn't accept it very well. But we're here. It didn't take us long. We've got our first experience of 14.2.1.25, and just like with any new build, there's always seems some kinks that need to be worked out, but the build typically gets better over time. Could we have made a left here? Probably, but again, if you're not driving, I mean, what harm does it to go back down here and try to knock this out? So and just like that, Rex 6565 West Loop South Suite 150? 350, Suite 350.
Got it. That's 6565 West Loop South, Suite 150 in Bel Air.
Make it Suite 350.
Got it. Change to Suite 350 at 6565 West Loop South in Bel Air. Now at 17 miles, arriving around 10:17 a.m., 23 minutes away.
Sound like a plan, boss. Thanks.
No problem, boss. Safe drive. Let me know if you need anything else.
Who the hell is Rick?
My assistant.
Did you have assistant before?
Now it can do the navigations. Like if I wanted to pull him back up, I could be like, nah, we need to go to XYZ. He'll re-navigate the car to...
Is this new?
This, yeah, it just came out. We just got it yesterday. We also got something called the Photobooth. We can take a photo in the app now. It'll use this camera to photo booth us. Oh, maybe not. Photos taken with the photo booth app in your vehicle. Okay, car, I'm paying attention. So we haven't figured this out just yet, the photo booth. I figured it could just be like a quick thing.
Would it take a photo of?
Like it'll use this camera and everybody in the car.
These things open.
Who knows? And you could be like, put like funny images on it, right? Like sunglasses and party hats, and so everybody, it's like a memorabilia photo. Like I say, we're family tripping it somewhere, and you know, the car is basically a photo booth now.
Okay. I have to see which way. Bel Air, Texas. I ain't never heard of that, but I know where Bel Air is.
Yeah, it's a street.
Like where all the Chinese people and stuff is.
It is definitely a part of Chinatown, but Bel Air stretches beyond Chinatown as well.
Oh.
So, yeah. When people say Bel Air, they think of Chinatown. Oh. Not the parking garage. Curbside.
We here?
Maybe we do need the parking garage. Maybe we do need the parking garage. Where you're going? Because I don't. Alright, we might have some footage for the parking garage for the first time. Let's see what we got. There's a Model Y here.
We found one. Oh my goodness. Oh geez.
It's getting to a point, Mama, where this thing doesn't need me anymore. And when we're getting rid of that car of yours, and you will have a key to this thing, and you will be able to jump in the back seat and go wherever you want, wherever you need to go, whether it be for work, go to the grocery store, you want to go play around, you just want to go places, go hang out with your grandkids. You will not need that car, and this car will drive you highways, city streets, everywhere, parking garages, everywhere. As soon as they tell me I don't need to be in this front seat. They've already using this camera for photo booths and stuff. You know, they're not even using it for attention monitoring. When I was just trying to make the phone call to Wanye and stuff, I just like, hey, are you still paying attention? You know, but this thing is going to be for different purposes. Like it decided how many people were in the car so we could use the HOV lane. I guess that was like automatic, right? So it goes to the automatic of the navigation here. Use HOV lanes, auto, right? So we're getting there. This time next year, you definitely won't need that car, is my interpretation.